Well, Shelley, you spent over a decade in Cleveland with the Cavaliers. What was it about your conversations with Rick and Gabe that made you want to come here to Charlotte and take this job with the organization?
Well, I think first of all, you've met Rick and Gabe, you know, their energy speaks for itself. But I think the one thing that really stuck out from both of them is that they had a clear vision of what they wanted to accomplish, and that is to have a premier NBA franchise right here in Charlotte. The Charlotte fans deserve it, and there's a lot of transient fans that are here that are, again, looking for that as well. And so that made the conversation very easy because not only were they speaking the vision, but they also were doing things that further, I think, affirmed that their mission and that they were committed to it. That starts with getting the right people. That starts with really putting investment into the overall vision. And they were doing all of those things. And so that made the conversation very easy in the beginning to say, I'm in it with the right people.
Yeah, absolutely. And when it comes to your vision for HSE, what is that vision? Can you break down the pillars for me?
Yeah, well, I think, first of all, HSE has a great foundation, right? It has great people. And so for me, as I look at this and as we try to strive to be a premier NBA team, my vision of what I think I can bring to it would be creating an evolution of excellence, right? So really just in every area of the business. So as you think about all of the rankings and how we look at our business, right? Whether it be from the community outreach, from revenue, from innovation, are we ranked at the top of our peers in all sports, not just NBA, right? We want to be the best in it all. Mm-hmm. So that's a big, to be top tier in rankings in all of those aspects. I think the second is just culture. We want to make sure from a vision standpoint, you have to have a strong culture to achieve great things. And so that's a core focus for us. And I think the last thing is just making sure that the Charlotte Hornets are a core pillar of the community and the growth of Charlotte. We want to be in that story. Charlotte's like the top fastest growing city in the country, and Spectrum Center is at the epicenter of that. And so we want to be in that story and contribute to that story as well.
You talked to us earlier about your job is to bring joy, to give the city something to have some pride in. So how do you plan on getting the fans excited about this new era of the Charlotte Hornets?
Well, there's a lot to be excited about, Ashley. I think first off, and we talked about bringing the right people in here with Jeff Peterson and Charles and their energy. And I think that starts with a good basketball product. And they are committed to that, from the training staff that they're bringing in to all of the people they're surrounding themselves with, from mind and body to physical capacity. They're making sure that we have the best product on the court. And so fans will be excited about that. I think as you think about us being an entertainment venue, Spectrum Center, we're committed to bringing the best shows and concerts here. And so that's going to be an important piece of that. We want to be diverse in what we're offering, from music to sports. And then I just think there's going to be a lot of excitement with the renovations. You're going to come in, it's going to be coming in like coming into a new home, right? You're going to see things that look different fixtures, different clubs, different access to food, eateries, and all the best things of Charlotte. And we want to incorporate the city of Charlotte into that story. So I think there's going to be a lot to be excited about this upcoming year.
Yeah, absolutely. And you said you're a constant shopper. You could be in the Uber asking the Uber driver about the Hornets, or maybe at a restaurant, wherever you are. So what have you learned from conversations? I know you've only been here about 3 weeks, but so far, what have you learned about folks and what they're telling you about the Hornets?
I think I've heard a lot. One, there's a good foundation. I think customer service, people speak very highly that there's good, when they meet people and come to the arena, they're getting great customer service, they're seeing the same people, and they're saying, they're interested in what's to come, right? What's to come with the team and what's to come with the future. They're excited about seeing the new spaces and what's the renovation going to mean to them. So I think we have a commitment to focusing on that and just talking about as things change that we communicate with them, that they're in the story, they understand, and that they're a part of that change, and that they've had some part of creating the direction for what we're changing and how we're changing it.
All right, Shelley, I appreciate your time. Looking forward to the
Thank
next
you.
chapter. Yeah.